Well, welcome everyone. My name is Kelly Hoover, and we are welcoming you tonight and just welcoming you to the EllieMD Pep Talk. We are so excited to have some stories shared tonight. I am especially excited to have our friend Libby on. I've had the opportunity of kind of seeing her story and hearing it, and I cannot wait for it to be shared with you because I truly know it's going to, people are going to be able to relate to it. And I'm just excited to have you all here. So if you guys will drop over in the message chat, if you are able, if you're dropping the chat and let me know if you're a guest of someone, we'd love to welcome you. If you're a guest, thank you so much for being here. And we'll just share a little bit about LEMD, about the products. There will be some opportunities if you want for some Q&A. We a lot of times will have our founder and CEO on, Honey Sagari, but she will not be on this evening. So I'm going to share a little bit about her story so you kind of know how LEMD came to be. So welcome everyone. So excited you guys are here. I love it. Lots of guests of Libby, excited. Guests of Lindsay. Welcome everyone. And so, how did LEMD come to fruition? So, Honey Sagari, who is our owner and our founder, she is from Palo Alto, California, female owner of LEMD, and she grew up in a 55 and older community. And what struck me when I first heard her tell her story was that, a lot of kids grow up and they have play dates with kids their age. Her play dates were with people who were, older, who were in the retirement age. And she did homework with them. She went to, instead of going to maybe 10-year-old birthday parties, she's going to, 80-year-old birthday parties. And this was just her normal as she grew up. And, as you start aging, her friends started passing, they started getting sick. And it's really where she developed the mission and the love for wanting to help people as they age, the preventative health space, the longevity health space. And so that's where she's a biochemist by trade, but that is where Honey Sagari found her passion. And that is what led to the founding of LEMD. And so, what is LEMD? Maybe you've been invited here. You're like, I'm here to hear Libby's story. I'm here to hear specific stories, but I want you to know, why specifically Libby chose peptides from LEMD, why I did, and why some of our other guests tonight are thinking about it, or maybe already have and just getting started. Is the company is all about longevity. It is all about putting the best quality peptides that are from 503A pharmacies, which, if you don't know what that is the highest quality pharmacy. And so these peptides are quality. They are going to do what they say they do. And the community, the support surrounding it is top notch. And so just being able to have a safe place to order peptides, to be able to have a support team and a community. I know Libby loves the community. I love the community. A lot of you guys do as well, because regardless of what journey you are on, if you're on a weight loss journey, if you're thinking about being on a weight loss journey, it truly is an opportunity to be surrounded around people who are going through it too, or maybe already gone through it and can give you tips and tricks. And we never really want to go at these things alone. So that the community at LEMD is incredible and top notch. And I know when I first started my weight loss journey, my peptide journey, truly I was doing it alone. I didn't have a community like LEMD. I started out at a local med spa, and I quickly learned that, maybe I wasn't getting the best quality products. Maybe I certainly was going at it alone. I started having a little bit of results, but then when I switched over to LEMD's trizepatide, is what I was on, semaglutide, then I went to trizepatide. I learned what it was like to have people on the same journey. We could talk about the same things, and people that were ahead of me, I could ask questions to, and now people that I am helping. So my personal peptide story is I have lost 33 pounds. I have kept it off now for about 7 months, which has been amazing. And I didn't start off, thinking that, hey, this is what I wanted. I wanted to lose 20 pounds. I was a college athlete. I was doing all the right things. I was eating, I'm not a dieter, but I was eating relatively healthy. I worked out. I was very active in my life, but I just couldn't get the fluff off. Perimenopausal, couldn't get the fluff off. And I saw a lot of my friends. I had two really good friends that were shedding weight. And I was like, what are you doing? You're getting rid of your middle section and you're leaning out. And they shared GLP-1s with me. And maybe you're here tonight because someone shared this with you or you're listening to the replay. And, I appreciate them sharing because it really impacted my life in such a better way than just a weight loss journey. So I decided to go down the journey of losing 20 pounds. And when I got there, 20 pounds lighter, I was like, I'm a little fluffier than I thought I was. I needed to lose a little bit more weight. And so I lost 13 more pounds and I have been incredibly happy at the lowest weight I've ever been at as my adult life. And it's not just about weight loss, it's the ability to be able to feel confident in my clothes, to walk into my closet and really like getting dressed. And there's my husband and I will go out for dinner and there's no longer like, oh, I don't fit into this, throwing it off and then I end up in a bad mood. I don't know if you've been there, but man, I spent a lot of time there. And I'm just really grateful that I am not living in that space anymore. The second thing I want to share is I've added on some other peptides, but specifically, I will share my NAD plus experience. Three out of the four family members in my house take it, and I haven't reported this yet, but I'm going to share with you guys tonight. My oldest daughter, who is a teenager, 16, had mono, really bad mono last year, and suffered really badly and had a very low white blood count. So I was like, well, let's put her on NAD and see what happens. And we just got her white blood count. We didn't change anything else and didn't get sick during that time. And she's back to normal. So super happy about that. 2 months of NAD. For me personally, it helps me with mental clarity, with focus, and with energy. So I am excited to be able to continue down that journey and some other peptides being introduced to the mix. So I'm excited to introduce Libby to you all. So we asked Libby to share tonight because her story is incredible. If you are friends with Libby, you've seen her before and after, I am sure. And you were like, girl, what are you doing? Like, tell me your secret. So, Libby, I'm going to turn it over to you and just so happy for you and so grateful that you're sharing your story tonight. So thank you for being on.
Thank you, Kelly. So as you all heard about Honey's story, I just have to say that that was what sold me because I come from senior living. I work in senior living. A couple other people on this call work in senior living, so they know. But to start, I pretty much like beginning of my 30s. When I hit 30 is when I started to have issues with my weight, started to gain a little bit here and there. Pretty much my whole era of my 30s was a struggling point. So I had gotten married early 30s and then I had my first child, my only child. And then, I tried every diet. I tried all the things. Um, Pills. I mean, all the different things you could try. I've tried. I'd heard about GLP-1s. I'd heard about, the injections, and I was like, oh, that's definitely not for me. It kind of scared me a little bit. Um, so I made a goal for myself that I was going to get this weight off by the time I hit 40. Well, that didn't happen either. So I'm here at 41, and I happened to see Ambra, who I actually went to college with. I saw a post of hers, several posts, and I was like, okay, this is interesting. And I didn't know her well in college, but I knew, if she put her name on it, it's probably something worth looking into. So I started to research LEMD. I looked at the website. I saw Honey's story and I was like, okay, I definitely want to give this a try. So I've been on tirzepatide for 12 weeks. I started on November 29th, and since then, I'm down 26 pounds, which I have a ways to go, but it's a huge thing for me. I have gone down like 5 pounds and then I would go up like 10 pounds. So it was always a teeter-totter. Um, the biggest thing for me, I just had my yearly physical with my doctor, and I'm off my blood pressure medication, which I've been on for 3 years, which is huge. All of my labs were great. She said I'm doing a great job. Like I said, I still have a ways to go, but I feel great. my energy is up. I actually feel motivated to work out now. My daughter is seeing me, which is the best thing. It's my ultimate goal, longevity, being around long enough to see her grow up, see her kids grow up. Um, Food noise, I don't have any. I know a lot of people are like, what's food noise? But I used to eat everything in sight at work, sweets, snacks, all the things. I don't do that anymore. I eat when I need to eat and then I stop when I need to stop. Um, Inflammation, some of you, if you've seen my photo before and after, I mean, it's a huge difference. The inflammation is gone. Um, so that's huge. My clothes are loosening up, which is nice too. So overall, I feel great. I know I have a ways to go, and I'm excited to see where this takes me. I'm thankful for LEMD. I'm thankful for seeing Amber's posts and jumping on board, and I'm excited to help others as well. And thanks for having me on.
Oh my gosh, I love it. If you guys have not seen Libby's before and after, you will definitely have to go over to her page and take a peek at it because it truly is. I mean, when you talk about inflammation and when you talk about, 26 pounds is a lot. So
Mhm.
congratulations, but it's a healthy loss, right? Like that 1 to 2 pound mark is so healthy. So thank you so much for sharing. I know Amber's over there cheering you on. So I love it. I saw Mary cheering you on too. She was, yay. So I love it. I before we hop off, you guys, does anybody else? I know that no one else was planned to share their story, but would anybody else like to jump on and share a story about another peptide? It's okay, you know.
I I will.
Go ahead. Yes.
Hi, this is Sandy.
Hi, Sandy.
Thinking back to your NAD, I started NAD about 2.5 weeks ago on top of tirzepatide, and I've noticed a couple things. One is the weight starting to come off even faster, and I'm on a super low dose of the tirzepatide because my system just didn't like it when I went higher, and so I'm on a bit of a smaller dose. But with the NAD, I'm seeing that the weight's accelerating. And then the better part for me is the focus. So I play competitive tennis, and sometimes I find when I'm on the court, I get very squirrely and I'm, looking at everything around me. But now I'm like, really, my game has gotten better. I'm able to really kind of zone in. So, and even like when I'm sitting down to do work, I have a tendency to kind of, look at everything else. Whereas now I'm just really focused. So I am so excited about the NAD. It's definitely made a huge impact.
Yay. Thank you, Sandy, so much. I can relate to the NAD. There's so many benefits to that. So if you are a GLP-1 user or you're familiar with that, NAD is a great second peptide to add on to stack, to cycle. Talk with whoever invited you to listen into the Zoom, and they'll definitely get you some more information. So, what are the next steps? If you're a guest here or you're listening to the replay, the next steps would be to go to the person who invited you to look at LEMD's peptides and to ask them, give them what you want improvement on. They'll be able to help you and say, look at this peptide, look at this peptide, add you into our longevity Facebook group where you will learn so much. There's so many great questions and great resources on there as well. And what I love so much about it is again, the community. I know that's kind of what I opened up with, but the community. So would love for you guys to go back to the person who invited you here. Tell them you're ready to take the next step. If you have more questions, please ask more questions. We would absolutely love to be able to answer those. And if we don't know the answers, trust me, we know where to go and find the answers. So, Lindsay, yes, I would love to have you hop on. We'll close out with Lindsay's story. Go ahead, Lindsay. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me. I, like you, started with research peptides. Not the best experience, but it definitely started working. I've been using tirzepatide for about a year and I'm down 70 pounds, which is incredible. I, like everyone, had tried everything, and some things that I've found that have been helpful that I share with people that I think a lot of people know that. you can lose weight with tirzepatide and your body changes. But for me, it's my mental part and my emotional part and obviously the physical part, but mentally, I always thought about food. And anytime I thought about dieting, then I would be in the worst mood and I would be so stressed out and I would feel like I'm depriving myself. And now with this life-changing medication, it's like I don't have that emotional connection with food. And I feel like for once in my life, I finally can control what I eat instead of food controlling my every thought and every decision I make. When I wake up in the morning, I don't dread waking up feeling like a failure that I once again am overweight and don't fit in my clothes and I'm gonna keep doing the same thing. And a couple weeks ago, I was able to jump in with my 16-year-old daughter's volleyball team and practice with them and not be winded and be able to move around on the court without feeling pain everywhere. Like she was just saying, the inflammation's gone, that I didn't even realize how much inflammation I had. A non-scale victory that I had over the weekend. I bought single digit size pants for the first time in 26 years, I think. That's the last time I probably wore a size like this. I look forward to getting dressed, but for me, it's like the mental freedom that I feel like I'm finally in my right size body. I feel good. The NAD has given me so much more energy and the mental focus. And I just can't talk enough about the mental and emotional side of what this medication has helped me in my life.
Oh my gosh, what a powerful story, Lindsay. Thank you so much. So many people can relate to that, and congratulations on your weight loss. That's amazing. So we're happy you found LEMD. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. We're so happy that you are a part of this tonight. We will have another every Monday night at 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. We have more stories being shared. So come back next week. We'd love to have you and invite a friend. Thanks, Libby, for sharing. Thanks,
Thank
Sandy.
you.
Yes. Thank you guys so much. Have a great
Thank
night.